you said, not well known outside of Queensland, but he's put himself on the map right now.
He certainly has. He's made a statement.
Here we go, Hammer. 5 3-minute rounds, the Thai boxing pit out of the blue corner, Gary Cairns and Richard Fanous. First time we're seeing Gary Cairns over here in Melbourne. But, mate, we know anyone that kicks pads with Blair knows what they're doing.
Look, I haven't seen anyone come out of that gym that's not been top quality and not given it their all. Always entertaining.
And of course, Richard Fanous has taken on everyone put in front of him.
Richard Fanous is the underdog on the betting stakes for this one, paying $2.05 for the win. Cairns $1.72.
Which is interesting, Hammer, because Richard Fanous has certainly got the experience on his side.
Yeah.
So
I think it's potentially win-loss ratio. Gary Cairns has the better win-loss ratio. Letting the right hand go already.
And the elbows already. So I'll tell you what, Gary Cairns has come all the way from Perth.
Absolutely, given Richard Fanous no time to settle at all. They probably figure that Richard's a bit of a slow starter doing the Thai style thing, and they've gone, throw that idea out the window, and let's go pedal to the metal from the get-go. Nice sticky jab. I like the way he sits right behind his punches, Gary.
He's loading up Hammer big time. I'll tell you what, anyone that comes out of the pit, 5 3-minute rounds for them is a walk in the park.
Nice body kick.
Oh!
He took a trip down, Richie.
I tell you what, sometimes Richie Fanous is too tough for his own good, Hammer.
Yeah,
he just keeps getting up.
Yeah.
But Gary Cairns at the moment right above us is unloading hands, elbows.
He needs to move, he needs to get lateral, he needs to be out of punching range. Richard Fanous sitting on the ropes and letting Cairns bomb him is not a good game plan.
Oh, and he's been cut.
It's already been cut.
He's been cut big time, Richard
Oh,
Fanous.
solid right hand. Solid right hand again and again. He is working the cut.
And it's right above the eye, Hammer. Right on the eyelid of the right eye.
Oh, again with the elbow. Look at Cairns just loaded up. Fanous has to get out of the corner. Out of the corner.
Tell you what, Hammer, Gary Cairns, he's bought it. And Blair Smith over in the corner just sitting back with a big smile on his face.
Tell you what, Gary Cairns, all business, all power. And again, another fighter that's just throwing his punches, sitting back at that range, not transitioning from punch to clinch. Classic example of it. He's got the fight at his range where he wants to keep it, and he's not getting caught into that clinch game.
And tell you what, Gary Cairns is just having his way with Richard Fanous at the moment, which you don't see too often. But Richard Fanous, as tough as we know, Hammer, will just keep getting up and keep coming forward.
I don't see that as being sometimes a good game plan for any fighter. But needs to be mobile. I want to see Richard circle to his right. Stay away from the right hand of Cairns. Circle to the right. Cut with your right leg. Keep changing angles. The linear in and out. There's always going to be a flip of a coin.
I tell you what, Hammer, the Sting gloves are getting the work out in this one as well.
Absolutely.
Getting behind this one.
Seeing the white gloves turn to red. There's some woman absolutely squawking behind me. Put me off a little bit.
Beautiful work there from the Mango. Finishing off that round.
He came back well with Fanous, but I still like to see him use just a little bit more angular work. He does it always the hard way, Fanous.
I tell you what, mate, Gary Cairns, first time we've seen him in Melbourne, he'll be back, this boy.
He'll be back.
63 kilos, Hammer. We talk about how busy that division is. This boy's going to be back starting to shake it up with the likes of Eric Miskell, Alexi Petroulius. Tell you what, Ramesh Habib.
I like it. I like what I'm seeing. Unearthing some great talent today. Rebellion, get onto it. Rebellion.com.au. Also Rebellion on Facebook. Check it out.
we go, round number 2 just about to kick off. What an onslaught of that first round, Hammer.
I tell you what, you couldn't have hoped for a better start to a fight than what we've just witnessed. Once again, they're back at it from the get-go, picking up where they left off from. Catch and counter, bang! Down goes Fanous. Fanous unloading with a big right round kick of his own. Cairns, round kick 1-2, measuring, keeping it at the striking range. Chops the leg upstairs with the punches again. Sticky jab, Cairns. Sets again with the jab, long range, turning the shoulder nicely on that jab. Chops down low, looking to take out the supporting leg.
Tell you what, Hammer, no one can ever question the heart of Richard Fanous.
I want to see Richard just get his head movement happening just a little bit. Just trying to slip those punches and then counter. Slip and counter, Richie. Again, keeps his vertical base. Gets caught with the uppercut, the 1-2. Uppercut. Looking for the overhand. Nice push kick, Fanous.
And a big smile too.
He loves it in there. He loves it in there, Richard Fanous. Cairns the 1-2, rolls the overhand, turns the shoulder on it nicely. Counters. The high kick, answers low again with a chopping low kick.
I tell you what, Richard's taking note that every now and then Gary Cairns is dropping that left hand and Richard's trying to get the right leg kick up nice and high. He's trying to catch him as he's coming in for the big overhand
Cairns,
right.
He's catching the rear round kick of Fanous and countering with the right. He's gone from the right hand to the right elbow. He's countering the right, throwing the right, Cairns. Fanous needs to measure with the push kick a bit more.
And that cut's opened up a little bit bigger, Hammer, on Richard Fanous's left eye.
It's because it's getting split every time he throws that rolling right hand. Boom, there goes the right hand again. Double right, catch. Chops out the supporting leg. Fanous, nice sticky jab of his own. Solid left hand. Tries to counter. 1-for-1 with the kicks. Cairns. Bolo right hand again, Fanous, barrier pushing front kick.
Slip there in the red corner. Tell you what, Hammond, this is what Rebellion Muay Thai is all about. 100% pure Muay Thai.
You know what though, there's not a lot of Muay Thai in this. This is all striking. This is kicking and punching people. There's the clinch, they lock on. Elbows, I love it. On the inside, Cairns transitioning well. The long range stuff, it's beautiful. It's what we want to see. Power, let it go, boys.
Tell you what, Richie Fanous is really turning it up now in this second round.
Fanous now, kick for kick, punch for punch. Fanous has come back from a heavy first round, a hard night at the office in the first round. He's leveling it, he's pulling it back, leveling it back, Fanous.
I'll tell you what, Richard Fanous has taken the sting out of Gary Cairns in this second round.
Double jab round, then to a hook, Fanous, nice work. Bob and weave, well done, Richard Fanous, what a comeback.
Absolutely sensational, Hammer, and the crowd's on their feet, they're enjoying this one. One thing with Richie Fanous, mate, as you said, you cannot deny the guy's heart.
Cannot, can't question it. A lot of things in this world you can question. Richie Fanous having big heart and big nuts is not one of them.
Mate, he's got kahunas the size of, I don't know what, Hammer, but I'll tell you what. But Gary Cairns, he went hard in the first round, he slowed down in that second. Richie Fanous turned it up a notch.
Gary Cairns, 15 fights, how do you do? Awesome work rate from him, I like it. He punches straight, he kicks hard, he's all heart.
We go to round 3. Bout number 8. Gary Cairns from the Thai boxing pit and Richie Fanous probably got it 1 round all at the moment, Hammer.
I tell you what, if Richie keeps going the way he did in the second, he's going to give this one a real shake-up. It's going to be whether Gary can keep going at the pace that he started in the first round. He's fit, he's strong, and he's certainly on range with his striking.
Yeah, this is Richie Fanous. It's his last fight of the year, and he said he wanted to put on a good performance. Some great support here too, some super fight.
Look at that beautiful sticky left hand from Fanous. Just popped the chin of Gary back.
So Gary Cairns must have thought at the end of that first round, I've got this one in the bag.
And you know what? He nearly did. You know, he nearly had him in the first round. But you can never ride off Richie Fanous.
And a big cut opening up on the right shin too of Richie Fanous. Elbows in close.
Short elbow. Boys. Downward elbow. Richie now working the range well. So get into the clinch, knee for knee. Long range knee, long range clinch. The clinch range closens, tightens up. Then a bit tighter, rolling the hips out. Cairns elbow on the inside, drills it through. Again, double right elbow on the inside.
Just rubbing the gloves across the cut as well. Richie Fanous just trying to open it up a little bit more.
Yeah, just grind the rough side of the glove on the inside against the cut. Clever tactic from him. Keep working the cut. Sticky jab, round kick, Fanous. Again, head kick for Richie Fanous.
Mate, he's turning it up in rounds 2 and 3.
This is a Richie Fanous of old, just opening up, bringing the house down. Richie Fanous, big knee to the body, knee to the sternum sends Gary Cairns down. All of a sudden, things have got even.
And I'll tell you what, Blair from the Thai boxing pit over in the blue corner had a big smile on his face at the end of the first, and now he's looking a little bit concerned. The Mango's turning it up.
Richie Fanous, he's got a sniff and he's going for it.
You know what, Hammer? We've got the Australian Muay Thai Awards coming up in a couple of weeks, and fight of the year. There's 5 nominations, and this one's right up there amongst it.
Have a look at that, transitioning well from the punching to the elbows. Fanous. Cairns now. His body's taken a battering. Fanous nailed that knee to the sternum. And all of a sudden, things have got a little bit interesting. Things have got a little bit crazy.
I tell you what, absolutely unbelievable. This is what it's all about. And take nothing away from this kid, Richard Fanous. He's as tough as they come. Gary Cairns is back in the corner now with his head down and starting to think, what the hell am I in here for?
And if you got on the Richie Fanous at the great value of $2.05, ladbrokes.com.au.
I didn't hear you getting your money out, Hammer.
A little bit. My wallet's shut tight. Till the Richard Bradford fight. Richard Bradford paying $2.35.
Even Chris Bradford too.
Chris Bradford, which is his brother. Chris Bradford, $2.35. I may have a little bit of that.
I tell you what, back in the centre ring, Richard Fanous. This is the candidate for certainly fight of the night so far, but potentially, the way we're going, a fight of the year. But it's too late to nominate for the Australian Muay Thai Awards, which are on down here in Malvern on the Saturday the 13th of December. We've got our tickets, we're out there.
We're there, I'm there.
Round number 4, Hammer, and the Sting gloves are about to take some more punishment.
Oh, sticky jab from Gary Cairns. Fanous needs to get his head movement happening again as he did in the previous rounds. Just moving that upper body a little bit more. They've worked that cut well though. They've really stemmed the bleeding. No doubt it'll be more stitches to Richie Fanous' collection. There's the right hand. That's what paid dividends for him early in the first round. He's gone back to that strategy again, Gary Cairns. The right elbow on the inside, the grinder.
I'll tell you what, Hammer, I reckon the last 10 fights I've seen of Richie Fanous, I don't think he's ever gone home where a doctor hasn't had to stitch him up.
Yeah, just a slip that time from Cairns. Now it's Fanous, who's fighting defensively beautifully. Balk back and counter. Round kick Fanous. He knows no backward step, Richie Fanous.
And I'll tell you what, that midsection of Cairns is taking a bit of a pounding, and Richie's trying to work away at it. We saw him drop Gary Cairns in that last round.
He's had the 2 minutes to recover, so it should be sweet around the body now, unless he gets kicked there again. But he is looking a little bit weathered now, Bushy, eh?
Mate, he is, and he's starting to cover up. He's dropping that right hand a little bit, just to cover the midsection.
There's a lot more tentative than he was in the early rounds now.
Yeah. And Cairns is really struggling now. Hammer over in that blue corner. Richie's going to start working the body.
Body, Fanous. What a flurry, and I tell you what, he's got huge crowd support here tonight, Richard Fanous, and I reckon that's helping him immensely. Once again, Fanous fires a round kick. Cairns answers with a 1-2. They go to the body. That's hurt him again. It's hurt him again to the body, that knee.
Cairns does not want to get caught up in the grapple at the moment because he knows his midsection is hurting. Richie Fanous is just trying to drive it home.
And if he gets caught in the grapple, he wants to keep hip on hip because he's in that pocket and he's allowing Richard to bring the knee straight up the middle into the sternum. He needs to get right on him now. Locked down into the ribs. Big knee from Fanous. Well, Richard Fanous has turned this fight on its head.
And Blair sitting there, he's great mates with Donnie Miller, and he's sitting there just sort of staring at him, just thinking, what's this young charge Gary Cairns got to do? Richie Fanous has turned this one around, Hammer, after the first round. Who would have seen that coming?
Tell you what, certainly one of the best performances I've seen from Richard, and he's shown that at range he's got strength, he's got power, he doesn't need to be hanging on the neck.
And mate, he's got
he can do it all
like you would not believe, and he's got the resilience to keep going, and he's now up on the cards, Hammer.
Certainly has.
Tell you what, if you're watching this one at home, you're witnessing one of the fights of the year down here in Melbourne, Rebellion Muaythai. Sai Nagy, the master promoter of 100% pure Muay Thai down here in Melbourne. That's going to require a fair bit of work from the doctor. He's going to have a busy night here tonight.
Going to earn his money too.
If he's getting paid by the stitch, he's going to be a rich doctor by the end of the night. But Gary Cairns, after that first round, we thought he was all over Richard Fanous. He's now behind on the cards.
Uphill battle for Gary Cairns.
I tell you what, Hammond, the super fight crew, they got all the tables behind us, are absolutely on their feet, as is the rest of the Malvern Town Hall. Slapping leg kicks there from Cairns. He's been told by Blair that he's got to bring this one home.
Tell you what, I figure he must know that he needs a knockdown or a knockout to be back in the game for this one.
But he's really protecting that right rib cage. He's keeping his elbow in nice and close.
Big body kicks. And have a look, you can see the thickness through the thighs of Richard Fanous's legs, and he's generating so much power with his kicking these days. As I said, it's like a reinvented version of Richie. This fight is fought brilliantly.
I'll tell you what, Richie's still light on his feet. Switch up left there from Cairns.
Nice jab round kick. He's controlling the range well on the outside.
Cairns loading up. But one of the things you see with the boys from the Thai boxing pit, and when they throw the kicks, they turn their whole head into it as well.
Yep, they turn their whole, that's a la Toby Smith, of course.
Yep. And you'll see that a little bit later on with Roy Wills as well, coming up next. And I'll tell you what, Gary Cairns, after that first round, must have thought, oh, how easy is this over here in Melbourne?
Yep.
But
Dropping body shot up to the head. Good dimension and range of technique from Fanous. Changing levels, changing angles, but still keeping the forward pressure.
Yeah, the tempo's really come out of this one, Hammer. I reckon Richard knows he's done enough to probably edge this one now. Not doing anything silly, doesn't want to get caught.
Doesn't want to take any unnecessary risks. As I said, I'd just like to see Richard just get a little bit more head movement happening. With his resolve, he's going to make it hard for any fighter to have a crack at him.
Final 30 seconds.
Yeah, I reckon final 30 seconds, Hammer. They're just going to throw caution to the wind now, and both boys are just going to want to bring it home.
Well, Richie doesn't have to now. Richie can sort of just keep ticking the clock down, but Gary's really got to throw. He's really got to get in there and throw now. You know he's got a big right hand, and he's got to let it go. He's got to show us what he's got, what power he has left in those punches.
That stiff left of Richard Fanous again catching Cairns.
As it ticks down and it gets closer to the final bell. There it is. Richie Fanous. How do you do? What a comeback after the first round. Our boys are ecstatic.
I tell you what, Hammer, fight of the night without a doubt at the moment. Absolutely unbelievable. Two good mates there, Donnie Miller and Blair Smith over in the corner. Gary Cairns after that first round. Mate, we thought he'd had it. But Richard Fanous, as we said, does not take a backward step, and he just kept coming and coming and coming.
It was going to take a big shot to put Richard away tonight. And we certainly saw that big shot in the first round. He weathered the storm, and he does what Richard does. Came back, slowly but surely, I think, wore down Gary Cairns. We'll go to the judges and see how they call it.
Don't forget, folks, March 20 whip, back where it all started, a red scooter, the road to rebellion. We'll promote a side, not to take it back to where it all started. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, before I announce the winner, can I please have a round of applause? Both these guys, absolute warriors in the second round. Gary Cairns, Richard Fanous.
Standing ovation, Hammer, and deservedly so.
At the end of 5 rounds of 100% Muay Thai action, we've gone to the judges' scorecards. It is a unanimous points decision. Declaring the winner, red corner, Richard Fanous.
Oh, you have it, Hammer. No surprises there. But I tell you what, that'll go down as one of the fights of the year in 2014.
Oh, definitely. I'll tell you what, in the first round,